Hey guys, so let's watch this video to SMC structure mapping. Basically, yesterday we watched break of structure, inducement, change of character, liquidity, a, a higher time frame, fractional nature. Fractional nature was way before, but equal highs, equal lows, and liquidity. We watched this kind of thing yesterday, but today we will watch this video, but in more depth. This video is in different language, so throughout the video I will explain to you guys. If you want to see this video, you can search in YouTube. There are a bunch of videos explaining this, but we are learning. Okay, so structure mapping is so important that it will help us identify the trend, break of structure, inducement, and change of character. So in previous day we just watched the video of the explanation of this thing, like what they are and how they work. So today we are gonna learn in more depth like how this thing work. Whenever market is in uptrend, the break of structure happens. Market came from down and it went to up. It did a pullback and it did a break of structure. So basically what he's saying is that when market goes like this and it did this, when it sweeps this zone, it will do a IDM inducement, and when these go up and break this high, it will do break of structure. Break of structure. And same again, it comes, take this, it goes, break of structure. But if this structure comes here and break this low, it's possible change of character. I mean possible change of the from bullish to bearish sentiment. Same as I explained to you guys. So what he's basically explaining is that market. So yeah, guys, he's basically saying that if market goes this, it does break of structure, it comes down, it moves in this parallel channel, or sometimes known as the consolidation zone, and it broke this known as IDM, and it goes again and does break of structure. Same moves up. He is saying that two things are important here. First IDM, first is IDM, and second is break of structure, but candle has to close up like this. Candle has to close up the break of structure for it to be valid break of structure, because if it does this and this, it may never break, or can never break. The probabilities of its breaking again and going up is low, so it may calm down. He's saying first pull up, all the people. He's basically saying how can we validate a high and a low. Market came up and did idea, and it again went up. It did break of structure, and that part is known as the low confirmed. We don't know what is happening upward, but until if the low is not broken, then uptrend is still on. Market came up, did again IDM. It did IDM. We all know what the IDM means: inducement. Market created a valid high because it did IDM. When market does IDM and from down to up, it breaks the break of structure. The down is confirmed higher low. For market to confirm the highs, it has to do IDM, and for market to confirm the high lower, it has to do IDM and later break of structure. Market goes up and it goes down, it creates lows, and it start to move in this parallel channel, and later it comes down and broke the previous low. It does the IDM and goes again up and does the break of structure, and this is how the high and low are confirmed, and break of structure and IDM. And for the break of structure to be valid, there are rules in SMC. For break of structure to be valid, the candle has to close whole body. If it only does wick, then it's liquidity sweep. That's not break of structure. If a candle comes and does sweep, it's known as liquidity sweep, not a break of structure. If a whole candle comes and broke, then that's known as the break of structure. This is the valid way to check if it is break of structure or not a break of structure. If there is no IDM, there is the breakup fee structure also is not valid. Okay. And in the, for example, in the downtrend, in the downtrend, what we do is like, I think, see, like for example, in downtrend, what is do is, for example, if we are in uptrend, like uptrend, market comes and it breaks the low, that's when the downtrend happens. Downtrend comes, it goes up, and again it goes up, it does IDM, and again it comes, it breaks this previous low, and it does a break of its structure, again downtrend, up, and it break this lower high, IDM, again it comes again, does breaks the previous lower, and does break of its structure. Same with same pattern here also, but different than uptrend, but it's similar, like you can understand it. It's not that difficult to understand this. For it to be valid IDM, it doesn't matter if it close whole body or just a week. It doesn't matter, it's still IDM if it close the week or the body closing. Body closing is only important in change of character and break of structure, BOC. Now we are going to understand how to source point of interest or a bunch of other stuff. By the way, guys, this is just for you to get idea how the market moves. You don't have to seriously learn this. It's just to like understand the perspective of the market, okay? So don't take it seriously, but you still have to learn it, like you have to know the basic. Like this is same as higher, lower, high, lower, high, low, high, low, higher, 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 lower, higher, 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 lower. Basically showing those structure, but inside of those structure there are a different structure like break of structure, IDM, and change of character, and liquidity sweep. We got bunch of other stuff also, mitigation block or breaker block we will learn in future. as I said before, high is valid, but if market does IDM and it goes again, break the previous high, break of structure, that's valid high, and the valid low is when it does IDM, goes up and break of it does break of structure, the low is valid low. Now he's gonna explain us how the chokis work. How the change of character works. Ch- Change of character works like this. Market is doing normal, okay, it does IDM, it goes up, okay, and when it does break of structure but came fast and break this is CHoCH, change of character. I mean possible reversal to the downtrend or downtrend, but sometimes market all like sweeps this zone, like comes break this zone and again it does uptrend. This is all a game of probabilities, okay? So there is, it doesn't mean that you have, if you learn all this the market is gonna move in your way. No, this will never happen. This is just probabilities. The trading is game of probabilities. Everything is probability and success rate. Now guys, now how do we identify downtrend change of character? Okay, market does normally, okay, IDM, it goes up, does break of structure, okay, it's try to do same thing, but market comes or sometimes it does IDM also, but it is straight goes and break this previous high, then change of character to uptrend, possible change of character to uptrend, same as the downtrend, uptrend, same probabilities, game of probabilities. Success rate works less than we think that it works, but this is just to learn the market structure, okay, through SMC method. Okay guys, we finished the video. But the video will explain more about the rejection blocks or bullish block, like like candle patterns, but I think that it doesn't work that way because market is infinite possibilities, like infinite probabilities we got there, and we just have to learn the structure, like he explains more, but that is not necessary to learn. So today we learned depth in break of structure, inducement and change of character, and we learn what it can do, and in the uptrend how it moves, and in the downtrend how it moves, and how the uptrend moves from uptrend to downtrend, and how the downtrend goes from downtrend to uptrend. So that's for today SMC, and let's move on to chart, and we're gonna see in the chart, like we're gonna try to find break of structure, IDM and change of character, and see if this works. Okay, so guys, as we can see here, let's look at the structure. For we are right now, this is a downtrend. Okay, okay, inducement, break of structure, up, this is normal, push again, inducement, up, break of structure, the market continues, goes up, inducement, but doesn't breaks this. So it goes up and normal, it time pass, and it goes and break this. It goes and break these highs. Change of character. The market is right now at downtrend. So this is right here the structure we learned today. Basically came down. Break of structure, but your like, let's look at different time frame. Because I think in this one is this 10-minute time frame. Let's go 10-minute time frame. Yeah, this is basically higher time frame. Okay, market went here. Okay, this. Here I did idea. Here I did break of structure. And break of structure came IDM, but since it didn't break this low, the change of character is still not verified. Goes up again, it does break of structure, comes, it did IDM, goes again, break of structure. Your time pass, this is break of IDM, goes, break of structure, same, the trend continues. Again goes, break of structure, like break of structure, IDM goes up again, and IDM break of structure again. And what happened is, gives IDM again, but it comes and break this low. Change of character. And look at this, change of character, downtrend, from uptrend to downtrend.